Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I am going to be playing Lapras again because so far my highest win rate Pokemon has been Lapras. Every game I played Lapras has been a pretty big stomp, or at least, I feel like I've been playing really good. So I'm going to be going bot lane with the Cinderace on my team. I try to split up the farm as best as I can while still maintaining good push. We get the middle Audino in the bottom lane. The Umbreon EV does score a little bit, but it's not too bad. It's probably just the HP build anyways. And I secure the top part of the farm by myself while Cinder pokes out the Umbreon, and then we secure the bottom part of the farm together. Cinderace tries to go for a cheeky score, does not get it, and I manage to use... Oh, never mind. I guess the Cinderace dies, which kind of sucks. And now I'm by myself against 3 people. They do get their scores because there's not much I can do to contest them. I do poke at them a tiny bit, but I can't really do much given the situation. That was a really good unstoppable by the Umbreon, negating my... I can't remember what the move's called, but where I freeze them with my little ice shards. We do contest the middle Altarias. It doesn't seem to really go too much in our favor, but, it's fine. And so now our Azumarill kind of just staying bot. Should probably go to the jungle at this point, but I guess it's okay. We apply some really good pressure on the Umbreon. I'm pretty sure we got that middle Audino, and then we get the top farm again as well. So right now it's pretty much just a farm lane. Uh, I go back for this ball toy. I give it to the Cinder because Cinder really needs XP to try and get up in levels and evolve. And I start heading mid for the middle Altarias of the map. But their team is already here, and I only have my Greninja with me. They get all of the farm, which isn't great, but there wasn't really much we could really do. Cinderace gets there a little bit too late, but I think it's better that they didn't show up in general, because there was a high possibility of them dying. If they weren't there, it would have been okay. Maybe they could have hovered a little bit sooner and then just left when they saw the team, but again, it's just minor things, minor plays. It's okay. So the Dragapult is now at Dry Cloak, the second evolution, so it's going to be a little bit harder to contest this farm, especially with the Umbreon. It looks like I got that one, which is good. The more farm we can take away from them, the better it is for us in general as a team. The middle Altarias for our lane got taken. I almost go down here. Almost. So close. The Umbreon dives us for some strange reason. I believe Umbreon does get out. Yeah. Unfortunate, but it could have been... I mean, someone could have died, right? If the Dry Cloak was positioned a little bit better. Cinder could have died quite easily. Even under platform. Or even myself, because I got pretty low. So I'm just punishing the Dry Cloak. The Dry Cloak flies around, and we both almost die. The Umbreon's going to jump in here and be super aggressive. The Cinderace really needs to be careful, and they're about to die. Yep, and I die as well, which sucks. The Greninja comes bot, but it's a little bit too late. The Greninja can probably kill the Dry Cloak, but the Greninja does kill the Dry Cloak and the Umbreon, so that Greninja gets a double kill, which is really good. So my goal as Lapras, when I play Lapras in a game, is I'm there to... I have one of two modes. I either be an absolute complete nuisance, and I just zone the enemy away from farm, or I help the carries take farm. I try not to take farm unless I'm solo farming, just because really once you get your Unite move and you get Ice Beam on Lapras, you can do a lot on your own. Once you get Unite, you really want to utilize your Unite because it comes up so quickly to rotate around the map. You pick someone, you're like, hey, let's go on a ride, and then you can use your ult for a really good engage. You could use your ult for just rotating. It's completely fine. Just make sure you read the match correctly before you choose one or the other. I've run Energy Amp on Lapras, as you will see at the beginning of this video. I really like Energy Amp on Lapras because Lapras's Unite is on a really short cooldown by itself. This just means I have it up more often. It also gives me cooldown reduction in general for Water Pulse and Ice Beam. You don't need to run Energy Amp, it's just a personal preference. So the enemy team is diving me and the Greninja on our plat. It doesn't go so well. We actually get a really good turnaround because our team rotates bot side with the platform, and we get a nice double kill. I unite here because I want to catch up to them and I want to catch them out of position. I do miss the Dragapult, but he kind of panics a little bit and lets go of his Dragon Dance. He probably didn't want to risk getting hit by the Lapras Unite, which is completely fine, but he goes down because of it. And now we get the Altarias in the bot lane. Cinderace is... I don't know what Cinderace is doing down there. Probably thought bot objective was spawning. Considering all the pressure that was being applied there, I fight the Umbreon by myself for a little bit. Umbreon can't really kill me by itself, and then the Greninja on my team comes, and Cinderace and Azumarill all come in. The Umbreon goes down. So now we're pushing up a little bit. We don't want to push too far, but Mr. Mime went in, so I figured I should use my Unite too, and we get a really clean triple knock-up with my ult, and then the Blastoise goes in and kills the Cinderace. Mr. Mime does get out, thankfully, because we don't want to give the enemy team too much catch-up XP, because we're kind of just stomping them at the moment. Like I said earlier, the Umbreon itself can't kill me, but the rest of the team with Umbreon definitely can. So I just kind of get out of there. I'm hovering a little bit to help the Azumarill if they need it, but they rotate topside instead of bot side, so then I just base. I probably could have turned in some points there, but I would much rather reset and get ready for the next big fight. I'm going to rotate bot side because of bot objective. One of the bot Reggies is up. So here I go to the bot lane. Not much to really talk about at this point in time. I help Azumarill farm these. I get the little ones, and I let them get the big one. And now what I want to do is I just want to pay attention to the map, look at what's going on, and zone them off of the objective. It looks like our team did stop, but I do catch Dragapult out, and he does go down really good. I almost united there to get away. I Ice Beam away from the fight to try to catch Blastoise running away, but instead Blastoise goes in and just dies, which is what we want. Cinderace starts the bottom objective, but Rayquaza has already spawned, so Cinder is kind of just wasting their time. But I appreciate the effort and the enthusiasm. So now we just set up for Ray. I Ice Beam into the bush to check the bush without being caught out and dying. This is a really big fight. I ult backwards to help peel for the backline because Zacian was being a piece of doo-doo dung. And then we go forward. I do go down, which is not great, but the Greninja and the Cinderace and the Azumarill are all still up. I'm the only one that died in that team fight. So that is completely worth. I did my job as a tank. I helped peel for the backline, and I took damage for my team instead of my backline taking damage. And then we get Rayquaza after a really good team wipe. So now the rest of my team is turning in. You know, they're getting their big scores in, and my job is to just defend. I jump bot side because I see that the Greninja is getting chased by like 3 or 4 people, so I go to help, but the Greninja gets out and gets a couple kills in the process. Cinderace does score. I see Mr. Mime went to the top side, so I just stay bot and protect it while Mr. Mime is top side. So at this point, there's not much to do. It's really just defend. I see that the enemy Dragapult is trying to poke me off. That's fine, they could do that if they want to. I'm just going to stay here. But I see that they push up a little bit too far. I do miss my Unite, which kind of sucks, but I still win this fight pretty easily. There's not much the Dragapult can do to me by himself. And that is pretty much the match. We should win. There's the Umbreon unites, probably out of a desperation play to get a couple points. Or they just felt like uniting because it was the end of the match anyways. So, with all that said, we should win. There should be no way that we lose. Yes, we do in fact win.